You spend a lot of time on the internet, it does feel like golf's crumbling, professional golf. It's tough to decipher because when we're on the grounds of events, it's amazing. You know, yesterday was slam packed.
PGA Championship 2024 made it here. Now we are witnessing very best golfers in the world, and what's maybe my favorite time of the whole week to come out and be on the golf course.
Saw the guy who's the apple of everybody's eye here, Ludwig Oberg. 2 months ago, I was at the Players Championship with him. He was walking around on Monday like this. Not a soul saw him. Nobody came up to him, nobody stopped him. A month after finishing second at the Masters, he is suddenly the guy that everybody wants to speak to, everybody wants his autograph. You don't think a major championship can change someone's life? Think again. We're seeing it right here. This guy hasn't even won.
Take care now.
Scottie Scheffler is here. World number one has arrived. What is your simplest piece of short game advice? Just imagine a golf writer he knows lost deep in the woods, trying to figure out how to hit a simple wedge shot.
I don't know, it's not way too complicated.
Forward weight, like anything.
Ball first.
All right, I'll take it. Monday at the PGA Championship here at Valhalla. When you talk about Valhalla, how can you not speak about the last hole, the 18th hole, a long par 5, tees off just over there, bends down around a creek, split fairway into a green guarded by a massive bunker straight in the center. But the interesting thing about this golf hole is not the strategy, it's not the layout, it's the history. It's what's happened here in the past. Of course, you've got Tiger in 2000 chasing after his ball into the hole. And then you've got Rory McIlroy here in 2014 in near pitch darkness. Back in that 2014 PGA when Rory and Phil and Ricky were trying to finish out here on the 18th, it was just about darkness. There had been a rain delay. There were storms rolling in from just beyond the clubhouse. And something that, you kind of always hear people talk about on golf TV, it's much darker than it actually looks here. It's because you can actually change the camera setting so it looks much lighter than it actually is when you're covering an event. Back in 2014, the three of them teed off and played most of the 18th hole together because they were scared that the horn was going to blow before Rory had teed off on the 18th, which would have meant he had to come back here on Monday and finish the tournament then. The two players allowed him to play up with them just so that he could start the hole and then finish out the hole before the round was over. Rory, of course, finishes with a par. He gets up and down from that front bunker, and the rest is history. He's a major champion here. He's got his fourth and his last major championship at the PGA. And it all came in probably the strangest and most bizarre of weather and timing related circumstances we've seen in recent history in a major championship. I pass along this gift to you from the Augusta National Pro Shop.
Oh, sweet. Little Augusta National Journal. This is awesome. James won the media lottery to play Monday after the Masters. But on Saturday morning, I said, we're both entering. Whoever loses gets a present from the winner.
And I agreed. And I would like to be clear that Sean said seconds after I won the lottery that I was going to buy him the cheapest gift I could find inside the Pro Shop. That was not the cheapest gift in the Pro Shop. I would like to be clear.
Handmade in Italy. 8 o'clock. This is probably the nicest it's going to be because it's going to rain all day. Word is that all the players are on the driving range now because they realize it's going to be downpouring and lightning and thunder in the afternoon. So they're getting their work in now. Scottie Scheffler, new father. We get to talk to him today, but he said he made a point to get to Valhalla Monday because he knows he's not going to get any practice in today.
Thank you.
Here comes Jordo.
If a stronger player driven part of the board, if that's empowering or if that's at all distracting to your other job of trying to win golf tournaments.
It's just balanced. It's not player driven. So we just you guys have gotta stop saying that like it's not the case.
Jordan, as a dad who's a golf pro, what advice would you give to Scottie Scheffler?
I think it's probably the number one piece of advice you guys would say is don't tell someone else how to parent, because everyone does it differently, and I'm glad everything's gone well and they're doing great there at home, and Andy's able to be here this week.
Just how much time it's going to take Scottie to get back into okay, I'm in tournament mode. Yes, you took time off to have a kid, but you took time off. It's been weeks since he competed. It does take these guys a little bit to flip it back on. I could totally see him going out in 1 over par in the first round in the front 9, and then shooting 3 under in the back, settling in. Okay, that's 2 under. Now we go, and then going low on the weekend.
First of all, congratulations. And how have the first few days of fatherhood been?
Yeah, first few days have been nice. It was good getting some time at home. But yeah, it's pretty wild. A lot of fun. It's a pretty exciting time for Meredith and me. But as far as this week goes, yeah, excited to be here, excited to play, be here and compete. This is, it's a major championship week, and this is what I practice and prepare for, is to play my best at these events, and hopefully the trend will continue.
Max, as a golf pro who's a dad, what advice would you give to Scottie Scheffler?
Be really nice to your wife. Find a thing that you are good at. You can help as best you can. Watch your back. Dad back is a real thing. I mean, I'm sure he'll just be giving me advice soon because he's so good at everything.
He and Meredith, fantastic. Having their first, and those are as we all of us who have had children. Those are some tough years and ahead of them. As I said, trying to get some rest and as much as you possibly can. I mean, he's #1 player in the world, and having a great, stable family life at home is important to having a great life out here on tour.
All right, just heard from Tiger Woods for the first time this week. Spoke a little bit about the fact that we have had a high-profile departure on the PGA Tour's policy board last night, Jimmy Dunn.
Jimmy, and the amount of work and dedication that he put into the board and to the PGA Tour, it's been incredible. And it was a bit surprising that he resigned yesterday, and just how it all came about. But no, his role and his help, and then what he's been able to do for the PGA Tour, it's been great.
People who watch golf need information. They need to know what's happening with their sport to be incentivized to keep watching on TV. We're seeing that that's not really happening anymore. So I guess I'm not terribly surprised that he didn't say very much, but I'm a little disappointed too, because I was hoping to get a little bit more than I think we received.
So you guys keep saying the other side, but I'm still a PGA Tour member, whether suspended or not. I still want to support the PGA Tour. And I think that's an important distinction to make.
I feel like I haven't really been too involved for a while. I'm just trying to play as good a golf as I possibly can, and try to win golf tournaments. That stuff's very important, but to me it's not as important as winning major championships and winning tournaments. And if I could choose which one, I know which one I'd choose. So that's the thing I think I need to give attention to.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It's like we had the best Masters weather I think we've had in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
This past in April, it was perfect that entire week. That course got so crispy and firm, and now this week it's just gonna rain all week as payback for that.
Did you see those approach shots in the 13 on the way in? It is back pin on 13. It's a wedge shot. The grass is wet. The the ball is going to spin like crazy. First one, like, bounces forward, checks to a stop 15 feet from the hole. Second one hits the ridge, spins like crazy, rips back 20 feet. You're now 40 feet away from the hole. That's a hard 3-putt. Like, it is going to be a spin control wedge fest on some of these golf holes. And if you can't control your spin, your loft, all these things, like, you won't be coming close to the lead.
Still a bummer, if only because I got to bring this freaking rain jacket with me everywhere.
I find it funny that finally these people are leaving. It's what, 5 o'clock on probably the rainiest day of the week. More than a quarter-inch of rain has fallen here at Valhalla. And, like, generally that stinks for a major championship, but it could not stink any worse for, like, the people who have tickets to a day like today. And I think that that's kind of what's going to stick with us on this rainy, crappy Tuesday. Like, these people don't see these guys come to town often. These people they were out in droves on a Tuesday. We really couldn't even see much golf. You know, they wore their golf shoes. They muddied up their tennis shoes. They had umbrellas out like crazy. They were standing in the rain asking for autographs. I watched a bunch of little kids, like, the signatures on their flags are all ruined by the rain, but they're, like, so stoked to see Xander Schauffele in person. It's a kind of like wholesome beginning to the week. We haven't had a whole lot of good vibes from this major yet because of the conditions. Jimmy Dunn resigning from the PGA Tour Policy Board, news of Rory McIlroy's divorce, Jon Rahm acting like he's still supporting the PGA Tour. There's kind of just not a lot of good vibes, but at the very least the people here of Louisville have made it a good vibe because they're showing up.
So, yeah, it is troubling. However, it's just difficult because we come here and this, yesterday was slam packed and it was awesome, and everyone just seems like in such good spirits. I hope at some point soon we can just get back to entertaining people.
Hey, the internet is loving the goatee. Is it is that a conscious choice or laziness, and is it here all week?
It's the second. I'm definitely lazy.